Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, where I try and show you the fun that can be had exploring the world of variant Sudoku. And today we're going to be doing this with a puzzle by Blobz. Blobz does oil and water by Blobz. And yeah, I think Blobz has definitely made it clear that this is a Blobz puzzle. So I did an aquarium puzzle about a week ago, and the feedback was really, really cool and that people wanted to see more of it. So I remembered seeing this puzzle in my queue and decided, okay, let's give this a look, because this is using another variant on the aquarium rule set. So looking forward to giving this one a look. I don't really have anything to call out other than I think Blobz has actually got a pack running on cracking the cryptic, but you need to be paying for that. So if you're a paid member of the Cracking the Cryptic Patreon, then I think you get access to Blobz's current pack over there. So you might want to go check that out if you wish to. But this puzzle, available for free, link below. Let's have a look at the rules. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Pink lines contain a set of consecutive digits. I'm taking that to mean that these are Renban lines, so that on these pink lines you may not have repeated digits, and that the digits on the line will be a consecutive set, which means, for example, if we look at this line, which is 6 cells long, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 2 through 7, or 3 through 8, or 4 through 9, but that's all it could be. And these lines also cannot have repeats. It doesn't say non-repeating, and there's a couple of things about coding and maths around that, but we won't talk, and statistics, and we won't talk about that. I'm assuming these are just Renban lines. Digits in cages do not repeat and must sum to the small clue if given. So these digits cannot repeat and sum to 11. These digits cannot repeat, okay, and sum to anything, okay, and these digits cannot repeat and sum to anything. I'm not sure why that's there. I can see why the other cages exist. This one I don't, or actually I don't understand. Whatever. And oh, no, now I understand. Each cage is either full of oil, even digits, or water. Now I understand why the cages are there. Each cage is either full of oil, even digits, or full of water, odd digits, or a mix of both. In all cases, each row within a cage is just one type of just one type, oil or water. So, for example, this will either be oil or water, and whichever one it is, it has to be all of them. These will all be either oil or water. Oil floats on water, so even digits will always be in rows above odd digits in mixed cages. So oil floats on water. Okay. Now, of course, cages because of the oil floating on water within cages. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So even digits have to float over odd digits. So these are both odd. I'm going to use yellow to do odd. Now, we cannot repeat digits in this cage, and we cannot have more than 5 odd digits. So these, and we cannot have more than 4 even digits. So if these were even, all 6 of these would need to be even without repeats. So these have to be odd. But we can't make these odd, because if these were odd, then we would need to make both of these odd, and we'd need 6 odd digits without repeats, but there's only 5 odd digits, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So all of those become even. These are all of the evens. These are all odd. How do we do 15 with only odd digits? Well, you need a 5 in there, I think. Because if we don't use a 5, 1, 3, 7 gets you to 11. You need a 5 because, yeah, 1, 3, 7 doesn't work. 1, 7, 9 doesn't work. 3, 7, 9 doesn't work. Yeah, you need a 5 in that. Pardon me. It's new medication. You need a 5 in here, but that's not going to be the issue. And the same thing I think is true here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The maximum that you could put in here would be 4 evens. So these all have to be odd. Now, the maximum number of odds you can have is 5. If I take it up this far, I'd need 6. So these are even, but I don't know about this one. I can't do all of these as even. So these are odd. And, Renban line. Right. Each Renban line must have an equal number of each if it's an even length Renban line. Because if, say this line went 1 through 6, then I'd have 1 through 6 contains 2, 4, 6 and 1, 3, 5. If I went 2 through 7, I'd have 2, 4, 6 and 3, 5, 7. If I went 3 through 8, I'd have 3, 5 and 7 and 2, 4, 6 and 8. And if I went 4 through 9, I'd have 4, 6 and 8. There's always an equal number on this line because of the way that a Renban line is a set of consecutive digits. If I had 4 odd and 2 even, there's no way of making the 4 odd digits consecutive with each other with only 2 even. It doesn't work. So these must all be even. This is a 13, right, and I can keep going. A 13 cage can't be 2 of the same parity because 2 of the same parity sums to an even total. 2 odd digits sums to an even total. Odd plus odd is even, and even plus even is even. So this must be an odd plus an even. And we know the order because oil is always on water. The same thing is going to be happening here. This is 6 digits in a cage. The maximum number of even digits I could have is 4, so these must be odd, but I can't do 4 even because I can't connect them up. So this must be 3 odd, but then I can't do 4 odd because I can't connect 4 odd digits with only 2 even. So these 3 must all be even. And this one, the maximum number of even I could have is these are all odd, these 3 are even, and that gives me the 4 even in this box. So these are all odd. That gives me all the odd in the top row. These are all even. I've got all 4 even in this row. These are all odd. These are both the same. These are both the same. They're either both odd or both even. Either way, it completes. So these are both the same. Interesting. Now, I must put a 5 on here because if I don't, this line is either 1 through, because these are 2, 4, 6, 8. This line is either 1 through 8 or 2 through 9. So there must be 3, 5 and 7 on it. So 3 and 5 are in here. 3 and 5 are definitely in here. And there's a 1 or a 9 in here. This is the same. This must contain 3, 5, 7. No, actually, I'm not sure about that, actually. Let me think. I'm undoing color when I should be undoing center. I'm not sure about. No, it must contain 3, 5, 7 because there are a run of sequential digits that contain 4 odd. So it's either 1 through 7 or 9 down to 3. It must contain 3, 5 and 7. So 3, 5 and 7 are definitely in here. 4 and 6 are definitely in here. So this is 2 or 8. But this run must have 4 and 6 on it because it's either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This must be a 4, 6 pair. This is very strange. I like it though. The maximum number of even digits I can have in this column is 1. So these 2 must be odd. The maximum number of odd digits I can have in here is 2. Because I've already got 3 odd digits in the column. So I can't make all of these odd. So this must be even. So 3, 5, this is if this is 2, 3, 5, 2, thing is I could put a 1 in here, but these must be 4 and 6. So this is 2 or 8. If this is even, this has to be an even and an odd because I'm aiming for an odd total. So if these were both odd, the total of the cage would be an even plus an even. So this must be odd plus even. These are both the same. In here, well, they can't be 4 odd or 4 even. And if I did 3 odd, right, these must be 2 odd and 2 even, because the total of that cage is even. I may not be doing this the right way, but however it's going, I'm enjoying it. So this cage is an even total. If I did 3 odd and an even, the total would be 3 odd is an odd total plus an even is an odd total, but the cage is even. If I did 3 even and an odd, then, which I couldn't do anyway, so it's either 3 odd and an even would be possible by the column. So I can either put 1 or 2 even in here, but if I only put 1 even in here, the cage total is automatically odd, which doesn't work. So I have to put 2 even in here, and these are both odd. That's all of the evens in this row. These are both odd, and I cannot, that makes this odd. That's all 5 odds. These are both even. I've got 4 evens in this column. This is odd. I don't have 4 evens in this box. This is even. I have 5 odds in this column. These are both even. This is 2, 4, 6, and 8, which means to connect 2, 4, 6, and 8, these are 3, 5, and 7. They just must be 3, 5, 7. So 1 and 9 are both up here, and I can't put them both in a 15 cage. Oh, actually, I can put them both in a 15 cage. I can very specifically put them both in a 15 cage. 2 odd digits summing to 12. I can't use a 1, but I could use 3, 9 or 5, 7. So 1 is down here. This has 5 odds in the column. This is even. I've now got all of the evens in the box. This is odd. I've got all the evens in the row. This is odd. I've only got 3 evens in the column. In the box, this is even. I've got all 4 evens. This is in the column. This is odd. Now, this is a 2 or an 8. So these are 4, 6. So this, is that what I'm looking at? This is a 1 or a 9 because 3, 5, and 7 are taken. This is 1 or 9. There's 2 evens down here. There's 1 even in here. There's 2 evens in here. Not sure how to deal with this yet. So this digit is the same as that digit, which must be that digit. So this digit can't, right. I'm doing multicoloring, which I'm not a fan of. So let's use dark green. Where is this digit in this box? It can't repeat in its cage, but it has to be even. So it's there. Now, where does it go in this box? Well, it can't be any of those. So it's there. So these are 4, 6. And in this column, it's there. So that is a 4, 6. And now it's one of those two, but so we know 2 and 8 are both in here, which puts an 8 in here. Because 2 and 8 goes in here. Well, I actually knew 8 went in here because this is 3, 5, 7. That's not news. These lines must each have 4, 6 on them, mustn't they? Because this line, even this line must have 4 and 6 on it, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 and 6 must be on here. So this is a 2 or an 8. And there must be another 4, 6 on here. So this digit is on here. This digit could be green or... But 4 and 6 is on here, which works for that being a 2 or an 8. Which I may have just got from that, to be honest. Is it this? I'm not as good at this as I might like. I've done all the aquarium colouring. So I'm really nervous about like 3, 5, and 7 need to be in here, I think. Because this is either 1 through 7 or 3 through 9. So 3, 5, and 7 are in here. That digit is that digit, isn't it? Yeah, where's this digit in this box? These two digits are the same. Oh, this is going to hurt. Which means it's down here somewhere. This is really going to hurt. So this digit is now in this cage. So this 1 or 9 is in this cage, and I can't put both 1 and 9 in this cage. And this can't, this could be a 1 or a 9. I think. This 12, it just can't take a 1. So 1 is either here or here. Minimum this can sum to is 6. So the maximum this can sum to is 12. I think it is all of this weird figuring out which digit goes where. Like that is in one of those two. This is in one of these 3. This is one of those, but it's also one of those. Actually, it's not there. It's one of those 3. What about this one? This is a different 4, 6. I am really not happy with this, which is in one of those 2. So this has to be a 2 or an 8. Yeah, that's a 2, 8. Do I colour all of these 2 8s and 4 6s? I'm not happy with this. So those are the same digit. I'm really not happy with this. Because this sort of colouring gives me a migraine real fast. So this is orange. I just know orange is up here. So I don't know whether that is green or red. I don't know which one that is. I don't know which ones those are. I know green is up here. I know red is in one of those 2 and purple. So this is a red-purple pair. But I don't know what to do with that. So I know both for red and green are in here. Both red and green are in here. Both red and green are in here. Don't know about that though. Can I do something with these? One of these is odd. One of these is even. One of these is even. 2 of them are odd. And, oh, I've got five odds in that row. All of those are even. And now I've got all of the evens in that column. That is odd. I've just completely missed that. So this is a 2, 8. So these are one of each and these are one of each. And I can't see how to resolve that. This can't be a 1. Because the maximum here is 14. So the minimum there is 3. This 7, I've been looking at this as well. If the 7 is in this cage, this is 357. If the 7 isn't in this cage, this is 159. That's a 7 and that's a 3. Again, that can't be a 1. That could be, that could be, that could be. And I don't see how to colour these 2 8s. Four and 6 are in here. So red 4 6 has. Oh no, I could put red 4 6 here. I was about to say red 4 6 is in here and in here, but it's not at all. And even then, I've got a leak into this box. Is it 3s, 5s, and 7s, which feels remarkably like there's 1, 3, 5, or 7 here. So this has to start with 1 or 9, because if it doesn't, it's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is either 9 down to 3. Hang on a minute. This must have a 5 on it because it's a 6L line. There's no 5 there. So there's no 5 there. The 5 is in one of those two, which means this isn't the 5, this is the 5. These sum to 10. But they can't be 3, 7, because if these were 3, 7, those would both be 5. This is a 1, 9. This is a 3, 7. And that's the 3 and that's the 7. Taking 7 out of those, that's the 7. And now there's no 7 in this. So this has to be 1, 3, 5. Because if I put an 8 on this, I'd need a 7 on the line. This is 1, 3, 5. I can't put a 9 here. I'd need a 7 on the line. This is the 9. These, well, I can't put 8 on the line. I'd need the 7. This is the 8. And these are 2, 4, 6. That's the trick I missed. That's brilliant. The 2, 4, 6 is a 2, 4, 6 triple now. So there's a 2 over here. There's no 2 here. This is a 4, 6. I don't know which one it is, but 8 is in one of those two now. This is only from 2, 4, 6. So 8 is in one of those two. These are only from 1, 7, or 9, and that can't be a 7. This is a 1 or a 9. And this line, therefore, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There must be a 5 in one of these two. Can I put a 7 there? If this is a 9, this is 8, that's 7, and that's 5. I think that works. 7, 7. 8 is in one of those. Well, 8 is in one of those two. One of these two, in fact. One, 3, 5 takes 1 out of there, makes this a 7, 9. There was never a 1 here. 7 goes with 4 and 9 goes, hang on, 7 goes with 6 and 9 goes with 4. There was never a 2 here. This is another 4, 6. That's a 4, 6 pair. And this is the the red 4, 6. So this is the green 4, 6, which puts green 4, 6 in one of those two. But that puts the the red 4, 6 up here, which means this is the green 4, 6. This is the red 4, 6. There's a green 4, 6 in here, which means this red 4, 6 is in, well, red 4, 6 is looking across here and here. This is a red 4, 6. It's the only place I can put it in the row. So this is now a 2 or an 8. Seven is in one of those two. I don't think I've done very well at this, but I'm having fun exploring it. Am I colouring 2 8s now? Can I keep colouring 2 8s now? The red 4, this is a 4, 6 pair because I've got 4, 6. So these are 2 8 and this is 4, 6. And this means this is the green 4, 6. I don't like colouring like this. I really don't. So red 4, 6 is up here. Green 4, 6, I don't know. Hang on, green 4, 6. It can't be here anymore. This is the green 4, 6. Which means green 4, 6 is right here. And this is a 2, 8, but I don't know which one. Maybe I started colouring these in the wrong places and I need to get rid of those colours because they haven't gone anywhere. But if I start in the top boxes now, I might be able to go places. So I'm going to get rid of the orange from here. And I'm going to get rid of the purple from here. And I'm going to make this orange and this purple, which allows me to make this purple and this orange. Does that do anything? I know purple and orange are both up here. 8 is in one of those two. Actually, that hasn't, oh, that makes this orange for the column. So this is purple. We know that purple is in here. Okay, we know 5 is in one of these two because it's either 1 through 6 or 9 down to 4. Either way, 5 is in here. So this can't be a 5. So it's 1, 3, or 7. These can't be 5. So these are 1, 3, 7, 9. This one can't be a 3. This is 1, 7, 9 because of the row. So 5 is in one of those two. So what can this be now? It can't be 1. It can be 3. It can't be 5. So this is only 3 or 9. So this is a 3, 9 pair. So this isn't the 3. That's a 3, 9 pair. So this is only a 1 or a 5. Because I've got 3, 7, and 9 taken. If this is a 1, those sum to 10. If that's a 5, those would have to sum to 6, which would make them 2, 4. Can they be 2, 4? Well, I can see 8 is in one of these two. Can I put 8 in here? 8, 6 doesn't work, but maybe it does, in fact, because these would be 1, 3. That'd be 5. Can I put 7 in? Can I put 7 in here? Because then the other digit would have to sum to 11. But I think I could. I could see 7 is in one of these two. So this isn't a 7. 7 is up here. People more comfortable with colouring may do better at this puzzle. Because I'm really struggling. Can I see which one of these is red? I don't see how I can. Can I colour these blue, purple or orange? I don't see how I can. This is only 139. 9 is in one of those. 9 is in one of those. This can't have 1 and 9 in it. But it must have 3, 5 and 7. 7 is now in one of those two because I can't put 7 there or there, but I must have 3, 5 and 7 in it because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 9, 8, 7, I must have a 7 in it. So 7 is now down here. So what? But I'm not sure which one takes the 1. Can that be a 7? Oh, the 7 makes that the 9, makes that the 7, says that's not the 7. That looks up saying that's not the 7, that's the 7. Looks up saying that's not the 7, that's the 7. That's now a 7. I can't put a 7 in any of these. That's a 7. And we're down to an X-wing on 7s. Now, so these are 1359. So this is 135 only. Those are the same. I don't see. Well, hang on. 7 means this is odd. So this is even, which means it's 2, 8. So this is orange. This is odd. This is even. And I've got all the colouring now. And that's a 2, which means orange is 8. That's the trick. Orange becomes 8. And purple becomes 2. And I think I can get rid of all of the orange colouring. And I can get rid of all the purple. I need to select the purples coloured and get rid of the purple colouring. Okay. Now, has that done more? It may not have, you know, although 876543 I can't put a 1 in this cage anymore because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's only 7 cells long and it's got an 8 on it. So 1 is in one of those two. That's the 9. This is 1357. And there's no 5 in those. That's the 5. This is a 1-3 pair. 1 is in one of those two. This is fascinating. I'm sorry I've taken so long on this puzzle. This is way outside my comfort zone, but I'm having a blast with it. 8 is up here, 2 is up here. 9, 9. So 9 is in one of these two. And 9 here, 9 can't be here. 9 here would make this 1, and this line would have 9 and 1 on it. Or this 9 just makes this 1, which means this isn't the 9, this is the 9. This 1 says that's not the 1, that's the 1. And this now is 1, 2, this is 3 and 5. So this is 3 and 5. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that digit was that digit. We figured that out earlier. This is 3 and 5. So that's a 3, 5 in the... So this... It can't be a 1. This has to be a 9. Yeah, because it's all the only odd digit I haven't placed in the box, which looks across making that the 3 and that the 9, looking back making that the 1 and that the 3, looking back making that the 5, looking up making that the 3, which makes that the 3 and that the 5, which takes 5 out of there. This is a 1, 3, looking across making that the 5 and that the 3. I have definitely broken something open, probably just my brain. So these are now 1 and 9. These are now 5 and 7. The 9 looks up making that the 1 and that the 9. Three takes 3 out of there, so that's a 1, 9 pair, making this a 5, and these need to sum to 6. So that's not the 8, that's the 8. These are 2 and 4 to sum to 6, and if these are 2 and 4, green in all of its places is 6, and I can get rid of the dark green, and these are all 4, and I can get rid of red. And now I'm back to colouring that I might be able to manage. There's no 6 in these. That's a 2, 4. So this has a 2, 4 and a 6 in the column. So this is the 8. This is not the 8. In fact, this is probably doable by math because these have to sum to 11 because 18 minus 7 is 11. So it's either 5 plus 6, which doesn't work. So it's 7 plus 4, which means this is the 2 and this is the 4. The 7 makes this the 5, and this is the 2 that has not been placed in this box. The 2 looks up making that the 4 and that the 2. The 7 looks up saying this is not the 7, that's the 7. There's no 9 here. I've already got one in the box. This is a 1 or a 3. The 1 looks up making this the 3, this the 1. The 3 and the 1 look down making that the 5, which makes that the 1 and that the 3. And I'm making progress. The 3 looks down making that the 1 and that the 3. These sum to 9, so I need another 8, making that the 2. Looking across making that the 8. These are the 2 and the 4 that have not been placed in that cage. The 4 makes that the 2 and that the 4. The something. This is the 5 that hasn't been placed. The 1 looks up making that the 9 and that the 1, which looks across making that the 9, that the 1, and that is the correct solution. Yes, this puzzle is 2 years old. I don't care. It's stunning. I had fun with it, and that's all that matters to me. No, that's actually not true. I hope you have fun with it too. No, what matters to me is I had fun with it. What I hope is that you had fun with it. Thank you, Blobz. This was great. I really, really liked this puzzle. I probably didn't do it justice, but I solved it, and I'm bringing it to more people. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed Blobz Does Oil and Water, or BremSter Ruins Blobz Does Oil and Water. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.